due to Black Widow's box office performance, so she's lost money. Disney says she's on.
Morning, everyone. It is a Friday, 7:30. The wind has kind of died down a little bit. We've still got that storm kind of swirling around England, southern England at the minute. It's still fairly windy, but it's not as bad as it was. But we had a lot of water, a lot of rain. Hope you're good, hope you're well. So today we've got, use that loosely, Nissan Qashqai booked in first thing. And then I have a T5 coming back in, the one we did the other day, that's having front speakers because the door one isn't working. And he's had all the other bits and bobs done, so we're going to get that fixed. Sounding good. So kickers are going in there, components, mid and tweeter. Yeah, don't know what's going to happen with the Qashqai. It's penciled in. It's a real difficult time. They've got people getting pinged by the track and trace app telling them to self-isolate because they've been in close proximity to somebody with COVID to stop the spread. We've got obviously people losing their jobs and whatever that don't have the money to do what they need to do, or just forget. And then we've got the out and out time wasters that just come in, waste my time, price everything up, knowing full well they just can't afford it, but in their head getting prices is kind of like, you know, acting like they've made it, and obviously they're getting come on, she'll right away, you donut. Getting the feels for all the stuff that they're going to do in their car. Taking up time, wasting my time, taking appointments away from people that really want the work. It's really frustrating. So we've had way too many cancellations in the past sort of week, and it needs to stop. So the deposit game is back on. I don't like doing it, but nobody gets a booking now unless they leave a deposit. If they're serious enough, they'll leave some money and then they'll come back. If they're not, you always know the ones that are like, oh, I haven't got my wallet with me, or, you know, I'll give you a call back later. Yeah, and it never does. It worms them out. But we've kind of been going long enough that the people that come in, they know I'm not cheap. You know, it's never a 50p job. And we kind of run through little stages of it, like little sort of fads where it comes and goes. We get lots of people time wasting, and then we get nobody, and everyone's brilliant, and then it comes again. It's like waves. That's the word I was looking for, waves. But hey ho, it's a Friday. Get excited for the weekend. If you're not working the weekend, congratulations to you, lucky bastards. Saturday is also a busy day. Neil's down, he'll be leaving early, he's got some stuff to do, but we've got lots of work booked in that we've got to get sorted. I am going to try and make it out in the cars this weekend. I do want to do that. That's kind of like a must. But hey, it's a Friday. I'll see you soon.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Morning, everyone. I forgot about this one coming in. So as I thought, the Nissan's not shown up, so that's okay. We've got the Passat back in. We did the camera and the Pioneer on this the other day, so it's already got the Pioneer stereo there. We've got an infotainment adapter to put in it. This is the one that's going to show all the car's information up on the screen, like the heater controls and parking sensors and stuff like that, which we've seen before. It also interfaces with a camera, So the reverse camera that we stuck on this will work through this as well, and the guy will be able to choose either parking sensors or camera or whatever. The climate controller stuff will come up on that. I'm just doing an update on the Navi for him. So we're just running through naviextras website. I've got my copied memory from the unit in the car, and it's just doing a download. What we're working on, 14%. So that's going to take a little while to do. So in the meantime, I'll get the head unit out. We'll get the infotainment adapter fitted, get everything ready to go then, and all I've got to do is plug in the USB and update the sat-nav. T6 is coming in this afternoon at 1 o'clock. That we're doing a set of kicker components. But in the meantime, I'm going to crack on with this, so I'll come back to you in a bit. See you in a bit. Right then, so we've got our infotainment adapter installed. Oh, let me just shut this light off. There we go. So we've now got, obviously things like the camera is now activated. Okay, can you see there we've got parking sensors? And then I've got to remember how to do this. If I press and hold that microphone button, so at the minute, right, okay, so parking sensors are off. Let's just turn that off. The car's set up, right, okay. There we go. So now I can go through things like there we go. Picture settings, vehicle settings, preferences, language, version, back. So if we go back up, I can go vehicle settings. We go, which one's enter? Driving position. We can go left or right. We're going to go, there we go, we change it to right. There we go. And we come back out of that. Yep. And then picture settings. I'm just trying to fumble my way through the buttons, so you'll have to excuse me at the second. So that's fine. That's to do with the contrast and saturation of the images and stuff on screen. Back. And then we've got picture size and position. We go enter. We can move the position around, that's fine. We go back. And then there's one on the top. There's one that tells us about preferences, which thing we see first. There we go. Camera connected. Yes, we have got a camera connected. Yes. Camera delay, priority reverse, so we can set our which is going to be our priority. Well, we want the camera first, so let's go. There's our camera. So you can switch between the two on here. So we go camera first. So DAB, just make sure that's working. Our maps updating should be done by now, so we can get ready to mess around with that. I'll leave that in there for the customer to read, because that'll give him some information on the car. So this one should be fairly done soon. Should be fairly done, should be done fairly soon. God, I've suddenly turned into Yoda.
And I was like, that log had a child.
There we go. Right, so press and hold that. There we go. Back to our settings. So we know which our preferences are. Let's go down to preferences, enter. We've got camera delay 0, parking source, speed pulse, parking brake source. Let's just change that. Brake, yes. There we go. And then back. And then down to back. Yes. So we've got obviously our parking button here active, which will give us our parking sensors. But obviously if I go reverse, it gives us our camera. And if I come back out of it, obviously it gives us our parking sensors. The only thing is those guidelines are a bit in the way, aren't they? Maybe we need to remove them so we're not looking at guidelines. Right, so let's give it that. Settings. Camera settings. Guidelines off. There we go. Now we can see full. So parking sensors are on. Yes. That's good. And then if I go reverse, we go straight to our camera, back to our parking sensors, and obviously then back to the main menu of the car. Cool. If I do the aircon, obviously it gives me the settings here. So if I change this, see this one changing 19.5, and the screen is changing at the top. Same with this one over here. That one's changing too. If I turn the AC on, where's AC? There. That comes on. Turn it off. How cool is that, right, peeps? Come on, that's the shit, isn't it? Right. Infotainment adapter done. Let's see how we're getting on with our old man climbing out of the car. Let's see how we're getting on with our little update on our Navi. Let's turn off the music quickly. Request operational was completed successfully. Brilliant. Press OK. Validating device content, so that's just loading to our USB stick, and then I can basically update that into the car. So I'll come back to you in a bit, but this one's nearly done. Happy days. In a bit. Right then everyone, we've got the T6 back in that we did the other day. Obviously this one had the JVC stereo fitted. How cool are these lights? I love the glow from them, they're pretty sweet. But this speaker's not working. That tweeter sounds a bit fresh. What? A bit fluffy. That one's not so good, and the mid-range is okay. So we're gonna get this apart, change the door speakers, put some kickers in there, get it sounding sweet, change the tweeters on the dash, both sides. Bit of TLC, bit of love. Passat is kind of finished. I've got the infotainment adapter in and installed. I can't get the software to work with the naviextras tool I've just paid for, 95 quid, and it won't load onto the unit. It keeps saying still on 2019 Q2, 2018 Q2, and I've paid for 2020 Q4. But it's not working, so I've fired it off back to naviextras, and I'm just waiting to hear a response from them. But best 4 hours of my life wasted. In a bit. Right then everyone, so this is a rainbow 8-inch mid and tweeter. I didn't realise these were in the car. Obviously our task was this speaker was not working, so we were going to check it all out. In actual fact, there is nothing wrong with the speaker. The cable connection here had just come undone. We're not about ripping anyone off. So I phoned the customer and said, do you want me to carry on installing the new kickers, or shall I leave it as is with it now connected and working? And he said, no, save some money, leave it as is. So I've checked it's working. There's nothing wrong with the speaker other than this was undone. So we've cable tied it back together so it doesn't come undone. We'll put the door card back on. And then this one, unfortunately it's a bust. Not good for me, but the customer gets a good bit of service and saves himself some money. So hey ho, we live to fight another day. Alright everyone, so we're pretty much done for Friday. I'm just getting ready to pack up. So basically Passat's done, we got the infotainment adapter done. The sat-nav update I was trying to do with naviextras, it wouldn't load onto the original unit. Just kept saying error. So I tried resetting the unit, we went back to basics, wasn't having a bar of it, and in the end I reflashed the unit with some newer software. So it actually went from, this is like the Pioneer software, it went from 1.01 to 1.03, so not a massive update, it wasn't like it was far behind. Did the update with the sat-nav, tried it again, it said it did it, but the version was still on an older version of like 2018 Q2 and it should have been 2020 Q4. I've emailed naviextras, they've basically said that the details that I've given them, that software version has been accepted onto a different unit. We've only done one update today, it's only my account, we've only got, you know, so I have no idea what's gone on. I'm waiting to hear back from them. I've sent them another couple of emails, but I guess they kind of finish early, and they've not come back to me. But they're saying the code and the payment has been taken and that software version has gone onto a unit already. I've only updated one unit today. I've only updated one unit in forever. But they're saying that that software, that kind of fingerprint, if you will, has been used. I'm a bit confused. I don't know how or where or why. But I wouldn't have thought updating the Pioneer would give the unit a different identity. Could be wrong. I'm waiting to hear back from Mike at Pioneer to see if that would change it, but as far as I'm concerned it shouldn't. It's still the same unit, it's just got newer software. So that's a bit of a pain in the ass as far as work goes, because I don't like loose ends. I wanted to kind of tie it up and finish it off, and that's not happened. We've kind of got now another predicament, another quandary that I need to figure out and do something with. So VW done, Passat done. Like I said, the Nissan didn't come in today. That's fine. It is what it is. Disappointing, but never mind. So Friday's finished. You'll see me back in again in the morning with Neil. We've got a fairly busy day. Let me just nip upstairs. Turn off the fridge lights. So tomorrow we've got Mazda MX-5, newer shape, 2006, so the Mark II, that's coming in with face kit, DAB radio, CarPlay and Android Auto. We've got potentially a Nissan Qashqai coming in for a new system, and Fiesta for a sub, and a RAV4 for a head unit. So it's going to be quite a busy day. Neil's leaving early, so we better crack on and get the work done in the morning. But other than that, guys, have a good evening. If you're out tonight, be safe, take care. I see everywhere on the news everyone's suffering from COVID increases, so I say if you do go out, look after yourselves, don't do anything stupid. I'll see you bright and early in the morning for our chat. See you then.
You told me you had subscribed to ASC Audio and now you've missed an episode.